Alejandro Toledo, the late Richard Holbrooke, Francis Fukuyama, Malik Brown, Bob Zellick of the World Bank, and Stanford Professor Larry Diamond, among others. We hope you've enjoyed and benefited from these talks and will be motivated to attend those in the future. And I'd like you now to mark your calendars, because on December 1, we will present a lecture by Hussein Haqqani, the Pakistani ambassador to the U.S., who will address the New York Democracy Forum at the Asia Society. And judging from this morning's papers, it should be an interesting talk. And I'd now like to call on one of our evening sponsors to say a word of welcome, Richard Navarre, the president of Peabody Energy. Richard, if you would come to the podium.
Well, thanks, Bob, and good evening, everyone. And it's an honor to be here this evening with His Excellency, the President of Mongolia, President Elbadorj, and other distinguished guests that are here this evening. As several nations around the world look to their next step in their transition to democracy, they'd be well served to look at the example of how Mongolia and its leaders, President Elbadorj, have gone about laying the foundation of democracy in their country. It should come as no surprise tonight that the Foreign Policy Association and the National Endowment for Democracy are honoring President Elbadorj as a leader who, through actions and his words, represents the best of democratic ideals. The President has had the courage and vision to lead the changes that have inspired Mongolian society over the past 2 decades. This past July marked the 21st anniversary of Mongolia's transition to a multi-party system and a market economy. The President and many of the people that are traveling with him today have been at the forefront of this transformation since the very beginning 21 years ago. As a member of Parliament, the President was instrumental in shaping Mongolia's 1992 democratic constitution that guarantees human rights, a free market economy, and other essential liberties. The President has championed free speech, free press, which this day serves as a pillar for Mongolia's success. Mongolia is an emerging leader in the global economic and democratic movement and a growing presence on the world stage. Geographically, Mongolia is a large country, but it only has 2.7 million people. It is landlocked, and it is surrounded by, to the north, by Russia, and to the south by China, with lots of people. Yet, Mongolia continues to thrive as a democracy in that environment. According to the International Monetary Fund, the GDP growth in Mongolia in 2010 was 6.2%. In June, the President met with the U.S. President Obama, and in August, U.S. Vice President Biden visited Mongolia, bringing with him a clear message that the United States would continue to strengthen commercial alliances to help the Mongolian people build a stronger economic future. Peabody's proud to be part of that future. We've been an investor in Mongolia since 2006, and we will continue to make investments in that country under the leadership that it has today. So we're fortunate tonight to have with us a leader like President Elbadorj, and we look forward to his comments and his remarks that will come after dinner. I'll turn it back over to Bob.
Thank you.
Thanks.